Managing cash is an essential part of the Treasurer's job, and in difficult market conditions it's more important than ever to have the right tools in place to help you manage your investments effectively. In this series of podcasts with BlackRock, we'll look at the evolution of cash management technology, the strategies treasurers can adopt to optimise yield, and how investors are incorporating ESG into their processes. Today's episode will focus on the cash management technology landscape. I'm Rebecca Brace, and I'm going to be talking to James Capps, Managing Director of Cash Technology under the BlackRock Aladdin Products Group.
I think we're seeing some real growth in APIs and integration as firms are starting to realize the value of bringing multiple technologies together.
And Tricia Turner, Head of Relationship Management for Cash Matrix by BlackRock International.
As we work from home or, we go about our lives in meeting rooms with various people want to be able to keep a track of their trades and approve them on a mobile, and also get pinged when a trade needs approving.
Together with Melinda Ola, Cash Management Supervisor at Guardian Media Group.
I see all the details of my money market funds, which is extremely useful because I don't have to log into each of them to see the balances, to see the movements, to see the interest.
We'll discuss how organisations can benefit from effective cash management solutions, what sort of tools are available to treasurers right now, and how this type of technology is set to evolve going forward. Hi James and Tricia, thanks so much for coming.
Thanks for having us, Rebecca. It's great to be here.
Echoing that, Rebecca, it's nice to be here and thank you for having us.
So James, what are the most interesting macro trends that are currently shaping financial technology?
Today I think we're really seeing a very complicated and dynamic time in the technology space. And I think financial services, by and large, is being influenced by the outside world, if you will, where technology is driving so much growth in various revenue areas. And I think we're seeing some real growth in APIs and integration as firms are starting to realize the value of bringing multiple technologies together, and using the best in breed for various functions is really adding value across their ecosystem. Obviously, that includes things like the cloud and how we are starting to really explore the capabilities of highly scalable and highly sustainable systems to ensure that we provide the reliability and the capabilities that our clients are expecting. And I think even more critically, we're seeing just a desire for clients to have an ability to manage their entire portfolio in one location. There's so much that our clients are expecting from people in our space, and the ability to really avoid the swivel chair, avoid the complex workflows that often exist in our space. The ability to manage their whole portfolio in one area, I think is something that we're really starting to see a huge focus on.
Fantastic. So Tricia, focusing on cash management technology in particular, what does the landscape look like today, and what sort of tools are currently available?
So I think the two biggest challenges our corporate treasurers face today are A, finding enough time, and B, how to manage operational and investment risk effectively. Corporate treasurers have so many wide-ranging responsibility, from financing corporate debt to managing investments to sometimes even planning how many toilet rolls the company needs. I actually had a conversation with one of my clients about that. On top of this, the Treasury teams have huge responsibility for managing investment and operational risk in an ever-changing landscape. There just isn't enough time in the day, not even for the greatest person. Technology is becoming such an essential tool for Treasury teams in order to help them manage these challenges. And portals such as ourselves provide clear and efficient, reliable data in order that Treasury teams can make informed investment decisions quickly, rather than working through a multitude of spreadsheets on a daily basis. They can also load historic information such as trade confirmations and monthly statements, thus enabling quicker sharing of information for back office processes. Other solutions provided to our clients include straight-through processing via auto-assessment and full integration to Treasury management systems of choice, so that more time can be spent on critical tasks and less time on rekeying data. Treasury teams can even set up investment rules and dual-approved trades, which keep them in check of their internal compliance and risk policies, ensuring mitigation of as much risk as possible. All in all, portals such as ourselves have become one-stop shops for full end-to-end of the investment settlement and reporting process. My aim for my clients is probably in complete contrast to many product owners, in that I want my clients to spend as little time as possible on my product and for us to do the heavy lifting and take the time and responsibility for everything else off of their shoulders.
So Melinda, what sort of cash management technology do you use at the Guardian Media Group, and how does this help your organisation?
At the Guardian Group, cash management is a key component to the business, which also means the business growth. So we take a lot of responsibility and we show a lot of interest in technology and the whole cash management processing. This is mainly used to manage accordingly the whole cash management process and also to minimize earnings. One of the technology that we are using is Cashmetrics. This is the main platform that we use on a daily basis to help us with the trades from our money market funds, just as BlackRock, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, etc. So the whole process consists in us completing a daily working cash template, which is updated with all of our GBP balances taking from the bank, so the bank balances. And then we input all this information into this spreadsheet, and then it's going to give us a final figure, which means that we either have to subscribe or redeem that amount from our money market funds. So when I log in to Cashmetrics, firstly, I see all the details of my money market funds, which is extremely useful because I don't have to log into each of them to see the balances, to see the movements, to see the interest. So all on one front page, I see all the information that I need. I can generate an Excel spreadsheet if needed, and I can definitely work with this.
Thanks, Melinda. Really nice speaking to you.
Really nice speaking to you too. Thank you for having me on this podcast. And I recommend Cashmetrics to everybody. It's a very useful tool.
A question for both Tricia and James. How do you see cash management technology evolving in the future?
In the future, I think we're really just going to see a continuation of the trends that Trish really talked about, which is, managing time and risk. Certainly, we're going to see some increased automation and the ability to decrease the manual intervention that our users are prone to need to do with the systems they have today. And I think we'll start to see a more attentive focus on things like blockchain to increase the trust and reliance of some of these transactions. I think the crypto space cannot be ignored, and I think we're going to really see that grow as well. And even I think we should just take note of, the mobile space is also growing incredibly. The desire to manage their work from remote locations and not necessarily in front of a computer and on desk, I think that's going to continue to drive some growth and change in our space.
I definitely agree with that. We are going to be shortly launching our mobile app for Cashmetrics, and there's been so much demand from our client base for that, not as in the picture that people like to present of people being on the beaches and doing their money market fund trades, but more as we work from home or, we go about our lives in meeting rooms with various people. People want to be able to keep a track of their trades and approve them on a mobile, and also get pinged, when a trade needs approving, for example. So that is definitely becoming much more of a feature our clients need and look to us for. There's a lot of future trends that we're anticipating, mobile being one of them, but ESG monitoring and reporting being another key trend and theme that we expect to continue working on as we work with our clients going forward into the future.
Thanks so much for your time, Tricia and James. I think that's been really interesting, and we've covered a lot of ground there.
Thank you very much, Rebecca.
Fantastic. Really enjoyed it. Thank you again.
Thanks to James Capps and Tricia Turner at BlackRock and Melinda Ola from Guardian Media Group for sharing their insights into the evolving cash management technology landscape. Thank you for listening to this podcast brought to you by Treasury Today and BlackRock. The next podcast in the series will take a closer look at yield optimization. Don't forget to subscribe so you can keep an eye out for new episodes wherever you get your podcasts.